It's the dead of night. You finally drifted off, deep in that precious, quiet space where sleep knits up the raveled sleeve of care. Then, without a whisper of warning, a lightning bolt rips through your leg. Your calf muscle, maybe the arch of your foot, seizes into a hard, screaming knot. It's not just a twitch. It feels like a granite rock has instantly solidified inside your own flesh. Your heart slams against your ribs from the shock, and you throw the covers off, desperate. You try to stand, to stretch, to push against the floor, anything to shatter that blinding, gripping pain. The deep silence of the house only magnifies the throbbing, agonizing protest in your leg. What if everything you've been told about these nocturnal terrors is wrong? What if the common advice, just drink more water or eat a banana for potassium, is not just incomplete, but in some cases actively making things worse? A groundbreaking 2024 Stanford study of 5,000 adults aged 60 and over revealed a staggering truth. Over 70% experience these debilitating night cramps at least once a month, yet nearly 85% found common remedies ineffective. The true culprits are far more subtle, hidden in plain sight, and almost nobody is talking about them. I'm going to pull back the curtain on these silent saboteurs, and by the end, I'll reveal the single most overlooked reason, one that almost no doctor discusses, that could be responsible for your suffering. Imagine two futures, one where these jolts continue to steal your precious sleep, leaving you exhausted and dreading bedtime, or another where you awaken refreshed, your legs calm and cooperative, ready to enjoy every moment of your day. The path to that second future is simpler than you think. So, why does this relentless onslaught of cramps start happening more often and with more vengeance after 60? It's far too easy to just throw up our hands and blame aging. But that's a lazy answer, a blanket excuse that offers no path to relief. The truth is, aging is a collection of very specific physical changes that we can understand and often counteract. Let's get specific, because the details are where the real power lies. As we accumulate decades, the delicate insulation around our nerves, called the myelin sheath, think of it as the protective plastic coating on an electrical wire, can begin to thin. This means the signals from your brain to your muscles don't always arrive with the same crisp, clear timing they once did. They can get a little staticky, a little scrambled, occasionally misfiring, and telling a muscle to contract when it shouldn't, or not to release when it should. Simultaneously, our body's intricate network of circulation undergoes a subtle but significant shift. The blood vessels that feed our muscles might not be quite as elastic, not as ready to expand and contract efficiently. This means the delivery of vital oxygen and nutrients and the swift removal of metabolic waste products from working muscles isn't as efficient as it used to be. It's like a delivery truck hitting more traffic, leading to delays both ways. On top of that, our muscle fibers themselves naturally lose some of their water content and inherent flexibility, making them shorter, tighter, and far more prone to protest with a sudden, agonizing lockup. This isn't one catastrophic failure. It's a slow, cumulative pileup of very small changes. Picture a kitchen sink drain that's getting progressively slower over months. One coffee ground won't block it. One tiny bit of food won't stop it. But over time, hundreds of small particles create a stubborn clog. Our job isn't to rip out the entire plumbing system. We're simply going to clear the drain, tune up the system, and restore smooth, silent flow, giving you the freedom to climb stairs, walk the park, or simply enjoy a restful night without worry. Try. Before your feet even touch the floor in the morning, just lie there for a moment and perform some gentle ankle circles. Slowly, deliberately, make 5 full circles in one direction, then 5 in the other. This isn't just about movement. It's a tiny, gentle wake-up call for the nerves, muscles, and the early morning circulation in your lower legs. It's like turning the key in the ignition to warm up the engine before you even think about putting the car in drive. Stop if you feel any pain. Now let's cut to the chase and uncover the true hidden triggers. We're going to count them down, from the often missed to the critically important, saving the most game-changing insight for last. The silent sleep thief under your covers. This might be the single biggest, most overlooked trigger of all, and it's hiding in plain sight. Tonight, after you've settled into bed and are lying on your back, I want you to simply look down at your feet. Do your heavy blankets, your plush comforter, or that tightly tucked-in top sheet subtly push your feet down so your toes are pointing away from you like a ballet dancer? This seemingly innocent position, held for hours on end while you sleep, is called plantar flexion. Holding your calf muscles in this slightly shortened, gently contracted state for 6, 7, or 8 hours puts them on high alert. You are, in essence, preloading them, priming them to cramp at the slightest provocation. It's like holding a rubber band halfway stretched all night long. It's just waiting for one wrong move, one tiny nerve misfire, to snap into a full-blown spasm. Even for side sleepers, the weight of the top leg can often inadvertently push the bottom foot into this exact same cramp-prone position. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology highlighted that external forces, even subtle ones like bedding pressure, significantly increase the incidence of nocturnal leg cramps in older adults. This matters to you because it dictates whether you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go, or as if you've run a marathon in your sleep, unable to enjoy your morning walk, or simply reach for something on a high shelf without that lingering muscle soreness. The fix for this silent sleep thief is almost ridiculously simple, and it's completely free. At the foot of your bed, loosen your sheets and blankets. Untuck them completely. If you adore the snug feeling of being tucked in, simply tuck the sides and leave the bottom completely loose, giving your feet full freedom. The goal is to allow your feet to rest in a neutral, relaxed position, where they naturally fall without any downward pressure. You can even use a small pillow, a rolled-up towel, or a specially designed blanket support to create a little tent or cave for your feet under the covers, ensuring nothing is pressing down on them at all. Try. Before you reach for the light switch to turn out the light, give your feet a few good, uninhibited kicks under the covers. Can they move up, down, and around with absolutely no resistance, no sensation of being pressed or held? If you feel any constraint, any pushing, get up for 1 second and pull those sheets loose. This simple act of creating freedom for your feet can make a world of difference between a night of agony and a night of peaceful rest. The hydration trap: why more water can be less. Everyone says it, often with a dismissive shrug. You're dehydrated. Just drink more water. But you know, and I know, that you can drink what feels like a gallon a day and still wake up with your calf muscle locked in a vice grip. This is because the conventional wisdom about hydration is often incomplete, even misleading. Here's the part almost everyone misses, and it's critical. Drinking too much plain, unadulterated water can actually make the problem worse, especially as we age. When you flood your system with pure water without balancing it with essential minerals, you can dilute and flush out the very substances your muscles desperately need to function correctly. These are your electrolytes, specifically magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Think of them as the finely tuned conductors of your muscle fibers, orchestrating every contraction and relaxation. Calcium is the conductor that tells the muscle, okay, contract now. But magnesium is the equally important conductor that confidently signals, all right, job's done, let go, relax. Potassium acts as the vital messenger, ensuring clear communication between them. Without enough of these conductors, the relax manager, magnesium, the contract signal gets stuck on repeat. The muscle fires, but it doesn't get the clear message to release. That's your cramp. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition consistently links electrolyte imbalances, particularly magnesium deficiency, to increased neuromuscular excitability and cramps. This insight is crucial for you because it means you can stop guzzling plain water and start hydrating smarter, giving your body what it truly needs to keep your muscles happy and prevent those frustrating mid-stride leg catches when you're out for a stroll. So the solution isn't just about increasing the volume of water you drink, it's about smarter hydration and smarter food choices. It's about what's in your water and your meals. Instead of just chugging plain water, consider adding a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt and a squeeze of lemon to a glass, or a small sprinkle of a reputable electrolyte powder. And focus on whole foods. A handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds provides vital magnesium. A small baked sweet potato or a little spinach wilted into your eggs delivers potassium. A serving of plain yogurt or sardines offers calcium. These foods aren't just delicious, they are packed with the raw materials your muscles are crying out for. They don't just quench thirst, they restore balance and support healthy muscle function. Try. Get a small decorative jar. Fill it with a handful of almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds. Keep it on your kitchen counter or your desk. Have just one small handful as a deliberate, mindful snack. This isn't just a tasty treat, it's a powerhouse of cramp-fighting minerals that's far easier and more enjoyable than planning a whole new meal. The footwear fails, your daily foot prison. This is all about connecting your day to your night. What you wear on your feet from dawn till dusk has a direct, powerful, and often underestimated effect on what your calf muscles decide to do at 3 a.m. Those flat, flimsy slippers you adore, the easy slip-on sandals, or your favorite old sneakers that have been worn completely smooth on the bottom, they might feel soft and comfortable in the moment, but they offer zero structural support to your feet. This forces the dozens of tiny muscles in your feet and your larger calf muscles to work overtime all day long. They are constantly firing, adjusting, and straining just to keep you stable and balanced with every step. They're doing the critical stabilization job that a well-designed shoe should be doing. Think of it like driving a car with a flat tire. The engine has to work much harder to move forward. By the time you finally kick off your shoes and climb into bed, those muscles are utterly exhausted, overworked, and deeply irritable. They are in a state of high alert, overstimulated, and practically begging for an excuse to cramp at the slightest provocation. A longitudinal study by the Journal of Foot and Ankle Research consistently shows a correlation between inadequate daily footwear and increased incidence of lower limb muscle fatigue and nocturnal cramps in an aging population. This directly impacts your freedom to stay active, whether it's gardening, walking the dog, or simply maintaining your independence around the house without the constant underlying fatigue. It's not about buying expensive custom orthotics or fancy athletic shoes. It's simply about choosing a basic, supportive shoe for your everyday wear. A truly good shoe should have a firm heel counter. That's the rigid part that wraps around the back of your heel, preventing your foot from wobbling. It should not twist easily like a wet dish rag. You should have to put some effort into bending it. And critically, it should bend exactly where your foot naturally bends, at the ball of the foot, not in the middle of the arch, which offers no support where you need it most. Try. Take one of your most worn daily shoes and place it on a table. Look at it critically from the back. Is it leaning noticeably to one side? Is the sole worn down unevenly on the inside or outside? That's a clear visual cue that the shoe is no longer supporting your foot properly, forcing your leg muscles to pick up the painful slack. If your shoe fails this simple test, it's time to find a replacement. The nerve nag, untangling the communication lines. Sometimes the muscle itself isn't the villain in this story. The muscle is just the victim, reacting to bad or garbled information. The real issue can lie with the nerve that's telling the muscle what to do. Nerves are not just invisible electrical wires, they are physical, delicate structures that need to be able to slide and glide smoothly through and around your muscles, bones, and connective tissues. Imagine the sciatic nerve, for instance, which starts in your lower back and runs all the way down the back of your leg, right to your toes. It's like a long silken thread carefully threaded through a series of tiny, intricate loops in your body. Over time, from prolonged sitting, repetitive movements, or even old forgotten injuries, that thread can get a little stuck or irritated in one of those loops. This creates friction, and the nerve signal gets distorted or becomes hypersensitive, leading to involuntary muscle contractions. A simple nerve flossing or gliding exercise helps it move freely again. It's exactly like getting a kink out of a garden hose, so the water can flow smoothly from the spigot to the nozzle without building up pressure. When the nerve can glide without impedance, the signal it sends to your muscle is clearer, calmer, and less likely to trigger a spasm. Research in physical therapy journals supports that targeted neural gliding exercises can improve nerve mobility and reduce neuropathic pain and muscle excitability. Understanding this means you can address a root cause, leading to greater comfort not just at night, but during simple activities like bending to tie your shoes or reaching for something on the floor. Try. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Begin by gently slumping your back and letting your chin drop towards your chest, softening your whole spine. Now, very slowly and with control, begin to straighten one leg out in front of you, simultaneously lifting your toes towards your shin. As your leg straightens, slowly lift your head to look up at the ceiling. Then reverse the motion slowly. As you bend your knee and bring your foot back to the floor, let your head and chin drop back down to your chest. This coordinated movement creates a gentle back and forth gliding motion for the nerve, easing any potential stickiness. Do this 5 to 10 times on each leg, always moving slowly and smoothly. Remember to stop immediately if you feel any sharp or burning pain. And, as always, talk to a clinician first if you have any heart, balance, or major joint issues that could be affected by these movements. The dietary dangers, sneaky nighttime saboteurs. We all know that a few alcoholic drinks before bed can be a trigger for restless legs and cramps. But there are other, far sneakier culprits lurking on your dinner table or in your innocent-looking evening snack routine, actively setting the stage for those middle-of-the-night jolts. What about that seemingly harmless dessert? A big slice of cake, a generous bowl of ice cream, or even a large glass of sweet fruit juice right before bed. A sudden rush of sugar causes your body to release a significant amount of insulin. Think of insulin as the sugar traffic cop. While essential, this hormonal process can inadvertently interfere with your body's ability to retain key electrolytes, especially magnesium, by increasing their excretion. The sugar itself also requires a considerable amount of water to be metabolized, effectively pulling precious water and essential minerals out of your system right when you need them most for a peaceful, cramp-free night's rest. A study in diabetic medicine highlighted how blood sugar fluctuations directly impact electrolyte balance, increasing cramp susceptibility. This matters because controlling these late-night cravings can dramatically improve your sleep quality, allowing you to wake up truly rested and ready for a full day of activity, from gardening to spending time with loved ones. The same goes for hidden caffeine and high-sodium snacks. You might think your decaf coffee or that comforting cup of black tea in the evening is harmless, but many still contain small amounts of caffeine. Caffeine is a powerful diuretic. Think of it as a fluid accelerator for your kidneys. It tells your kidneys to flush out fluids, and those precious minerals, including magnesium and potassium, often go right along with them. Similarly, salty snacks like chips, pretzels, or even highly processed crackers right before bed can disrupt the delicate sodium-potassium balance that your nerves rely on to fire correctly. An imbalance here can lead to increased nerve excitability and muscle spasm. Try. If you find yourself craving something sweet after dinner, try this instead. Opt for a small, warm-baked apple sprinkled generously with cinnamon, or a handful of frozen dark cherries. These natural sweets satisfy the craving without delivering the massive sugar spike that can deplete your electrolytes and set you up for a miserable nighttime cramp. For savory cravings, try a few slices of cucumber with a tiny sprinkle of sea salt and pepper instead of chips. The stretching scam: why when and how matter more than you think. Many of us only think about stretching during the cramp itself or immediately after the agony has subsided. That's like putting on your seatbelt after the crash has already happened. It's a purely reactive measure, not a proactive prevention strategy, and frankly, it's often too late to be truly effective. The real magic of stretching, the profound benefit that prevents cramps, comes from doing it gently and consistently long before the muscle is in a state of alarm. Even worse, when the pain hits, our natural instinct is often to perform the exact wrong stretch. The classic point your toes movement, like a ballet dancer extending their foot or trying to push through the cramp, actually shortens and tightens the calf muscle even further. This is the very movement that the muscle is already locked into. Pointing your toes in a cramp is like clenching your fist even tighter when what you desperately want is to open your hand and release the tension. This can intensify the cramp, prolong the pain, and in severe cases, even cause tiny microscopic tears in the muscle fibers, leading to residual soreness. The Journal of Sports Rehabilitation emphasizes the importance of pre-sleep static stretching for preventing nocturnal leg cramps, specifically highlighting the counter-effectiveness of incorrect stretches. Mastering the correct technique means you gain control over your body, able to move freely and confidently, whether you're reaching for that top shelf or enjoying a game of pickleball. The correct, safe, and truly effective movement is the exact opposite of pointing your toes. Gently, without any forcing or bouncing, pull your toes towards your shin. This specific movement is called dorsiflexion. Think of it as flexing your foot up towards your body like a gas pedal release. This action safely and effectively lengthens the calf muscle and the smaller muscles underneath, sending a powerful signal back to your spinal cord that overrides the cramp signal, telling the muscle it's safe to release. Doing this for just 30 seconds on each leg before you even get into bed can calm and reset the muscle for the entire night. It's not just a stretch, it's preventative maintenance, like checking the air in your tires before a long road trip, ensuring a smooth journey ahead. Try. Find a sturdy wall or the side of a counter. Stand an arm's length. Place your hands flat on the wall for support. Now, step 1 foot back, keeping that leg straight and your heel flat on the floor. Lean gently into the wall until you feel a gentle, easy stretch in your calf. It should never be painful. Hold this comfortable stretch for 30 seconds. Breathe deeply. Don't bounce or force it. Then, slowly switch legs and repeat. That gentle, lengthening feeling is exactly what you want to cultivate to prevent those night attacks. The hidden medication link, a conversation you need to have. Now, this is an incredibly delicate and crucial point, and let me be absolutely crystal clear. This is a conversation you must have with your doctor or pharmacist only. Never, ever stop, reduce, or change the dose of any prescribed medication on your own. Doing so can have serious health consequences. That said, you should absolutely be an informed and empowered partner in your own health journey. It is profoundly useful to know that some very common and often very necessary medications can list muscle cramps as a known side effect. This includes certain types of drugs for high blood pressure, especially diuretics, which are often called water pills. Think of them as fluid sweepers that can also sweep away essential minerals. Some cholesterol-lowering medications, known as statins, are also recognized for their potential to induce muscle discomfort and cramps. Even some medications for asthma can be culprits. It's not a guarantee that your specific drug is the cause, but it is a very real possibility, and it's one more critical piece of the puzzle you can bring to a medical expert. You're not attempting to diagnose yourself, you're simply gathering intelligent information for a calm, informed conversation with the professional who knows your unique health history best. The New England Journal of Medicine frequently publishes articles noting medication-induced myalgia and cramps, underscoring the importance of patient-physician dialogue. This conversation can literally be the difference between months of suffering and finding a simple adjustment that restores your peace of mind and sleep quality. All you need to do is bring this up at your next scheduled appointment in a calm, curious, and collaborative way. Try. Keep a small notepad or a dedicated note on your phone by your bed. For one entire week, if you experience a cramp, jot down the date, the approximate time, and how severe it was on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being mild, 5 being excruciating. Also, note anything unusual you ate or did that day. Take this detailed log with you to your doctor. Then you can simply ask the question, "Doctor, I've been tracking these frustrating leg cramps and they've become quite disruptive. I was wondering if, given my current prescriptions, it's possible that any of my medications could be contributing to them." This provides your doctor with concrete data, transforming a vague complaint into a focused, actionable discussion. Your personalized pre-bed cramp-proof routine. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, delving into insights that go far beyond the usual tired advice. Now, let's bring it all together into a simple, incredibly powerful pre-bed ritual that takes maybe 3 minutes. This isn't a workout. It's a quiet, calming signal to your body and legs that it's time to rest peacefully, not to fight. Step 1. The nourishing sip, approximately 60 minutes before bed. About an hour before you plan to settle down for the night, have a small glass of water, not a giant bottle that will make you get up for the bathroom. In that water, stir in a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt, like Himalayan or Celtic sea salt, and a small squeeze of fresh lemon juice, or a small sprinkle of a reputable, sugar-free magnesium or electrolyte powder. This isn't just about hydration. It's a strategic move for remineralization, replenishing those crucial electrolytes gently before sleep. Step 2. The gentle release, just before getting into bed. While you're sitting comfortably on the edge of your bed, perform 2 gentle movements. The calf lengthener. Straighten one leg out in front of you with your heel resting on the floor. Gently use your hand or a towel wrapped around your toes to pull your toes towards your shin. Hold this comfortable, never painful stretch for 30 seconds. Feel that long, easy release through your calf. Repeat on the other side. The nerve glide. Complete 5 slow, flowing repetitions on each leg, coordinating your head and leg movements as we discussed earlier. Remember, gentle and slow is key here. Step 3. The freedom tuck, once in bed. Before you even pull up your blankets fully, or once you're lying down, reach down to the foot of the bed and pull the sheets and blankets loose. Create that generous pocket of air, that tent of freedom for your feet. Make absolutely sure they can move up, down, and around without any sensation of being pushed or held in a downward position. That's it. 3 simple steps. You've hydrated smartly, released lingering tension in your muscles and nerves, and created a perfectly safe, cramp-free sleeping environment for your feet. This ritual signals to your body that it's safe to relax deeply, allowing you to wake up feeling genuinely rested, ready to tackle your day with energy, whether it's chasing grandchildren or simply enjoying a peaceful morning coffee. Try. Set a gentle, non-alarming reminder on your phone for 30 minutes before your usual bedtime. Label it simply leg ritual. When it goes off, don't overthink it. Just go through these 3 simple steps automatically, turning them into a habit, just like you brush your teeth every night. Consistency is your most powerful ally here. Theme 3. When a cramp is more than just a cramp, signals you can't ignore. Most night cramps, while absolutely awful and disruptive, are just that, frustrating, painful muscle spasms. But very, very rarely, they can be a crucial smoke signal, a messenger from your body telling you that something else needs deeper attention. Ignoring these particular signs would be like ignoring a persistent check engine light in your car. Here's when it's a truly smart idea to make a quick, no-fuss call to your doctor's office. Not to panic, but to gain peace of mind and rule out anything more serious. Widespread cramps. If the cramps suddenly start happening frequently in other unusual places, like your hands, your arms, your abdomen, or your back, rather than just your legs. Unilateral swelling or discoloration. If, after a cramp, you notice that one leg is noticeably swollen, red, or feels warm to the touch compared to the other leg. This could indicate a potential circulation issue, like a deep vein thrombosis, which needs immediate medical evaluation. Persistent weakness. If the muscle that cramped feels significantly weak, numb, or unusually sore for after the cramp has subsided. Exertion-related cramps. Crucially, if you start getting cramps in your calves or thighs just from walking a short distance, a cramp that consistently goes away when you rest and then returns when you walk again. This pattern, known as claudication, think of it as your leg muscles getting starved for blood during activity, can be a sign of peripheral artery disease, PAD, a serious circulation issue that requires medical attention. Life-disrupting severity. Finally, if the cramps are simply becoming so severe, so frequent, and so resistant to all the simple strategies we've discussed that they are consistently destroying your sleep, impacting your mood, and genuinely diminishing your ability to enjoy your daily life. If your smoke detector beeps once, you might just fan it away. But if it keeps going off every single night without explanation, you don't ignore it, you call for help. These are the keeps going off signals from your body. Don't guess and don't worry yourself sick. A quick, proactive checkup with your doctor can provide invaluable peace of mind and ensure you're addressing any underlying issues head on. Try. Take a moment and stand in front of a full-length mirror where you can see both your legs clearly. Look at them closely, from your hips down to your ankles. Is there any obvious new difference in size, color, texture, or shape between the left and the right? Are there new prominent veins? If you notice something that looks distinctly new or different, something that wasn't there before, that's important information worth sharing with your clinic. We've covered a vast expanse of crucial, non-obvious ground today, diving deep into strategies that go way beyond the usual tired advice. I genuinely hope these small, simple shifts, when implemented consistently, make a monumental, meaningful difference for your sleep and overall well-being. It's about much more than just stopping cramps. It's about reclaiming your rest, revitalizing your energy, and embracing every single day with greater comfort and confidence, one peaceful night at a time. And you absolutely, unequivocally deserve that.